So with the unfortunate quarantine going on, I was somehow lucky enough to get my hands on a 125GB Oculus Quest for its original price of $500. But I had to go outside to get it, so don't do that. Putting that aside, VR has provided an excellent escape for people in the past few weeks. That, in combination with my increasing interest in VR, made me want to buy a headset. The thing I wanted to explore the most was VRChat, but before I jumped in, I wanted to create my own custom model for the game that I felt reflected me better than other models on the internet. So, without further ado, here's the process of making that model. First, I scrolled through the VRoid gallery to look through models other people have created as a sort of inspiration and to see what's possible using VRoid Studio, a 3D modeling program geared towards artists. So now that I have the stuff I like compiled into a reference board, I'm going to create a sketch of what I want. I'm not very good at drawing, but it's okay as long as I figure out what I want. I was initially going to try and model my persona, but I'm a beginner, so I'm not trying to spend too long on this. I should have played around with the software first. I opened VRoid Studio, created an avatar, and said, I don't know what I'm doing. The hair was probably the worst part because there are so many sliders and stuff, but I got it to look the way I wanted it to, so that's good. Also, VRoid Studio considers almost everything to be a texture, and it's actually super easy to work with those textures in other programs, so the clothes actually weren't too bad to work with. I literally just exported the texture, opened it in Clip Studio Paint, and then just worked with it in there. I like to use Clip Studio Paint for all of my drawing stuff on my computer because I'm too broke for Photoshop, but honestly, I don't really care. I prefer Clip Studio Paint, so I'm gonna use that. There are a lot of YouTube videos on how to import VRoid models into VRChat, and I'll link the one I followed in the description, but it wasn't a fun process. I was having issues importing the plugins into Blender for some reason, so I uninstalled the Steam version and just installed Blender from the website, which to my knowledge they're almost the same thing, but importing the plugins all of a sudden worked. Not too sure what was wrong there. Next, when trying to optimize the model to import into Unity, for some reason it wasn't bringing the textures in. I just had to check a box for one of the plugins, so that was an easy fix. But for some reason it would decolorize my model, like just straight up black and white. Not sure why. And I'm really sorry, but I don't have any footage of this because I spent like 2 hours Googling stuff and none of it was working. So, yeah, and I don't really want to give you guys sped up footage of me frantically Googling stuff, so, because that's no fun for anyone. I would have liked to end this with footage of my avatar in VRChat, but it turns out I haven't played it enough to be able to upload content, so I'm gonna be grinding VRChat for the next few days. Putting that aside, this was actually a super fun process, and I definitely recommend trying it out yourself if you're interested in making your own avatars at all. Hopefully you'll have better luck than I did with Unity and Blender, but you know, it's all part of the process. Eventually I'll get it fixed and I'll be able to get it imported into VRChat after I play enough, obviously. And then when I get good enough with VRoid Studio, I can actually import my persona. So really looking forward to that. Until then, well, I guess I'll just play VRChat. I don't really have an ending. That's it, I guess.